Jeff, I'm so mad.
Okay.
I'm getting fired up.
Oh, no.
I'm furious.
Okay.
My name's Fury.
Yeah?
This is Darksiders 3.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I was happy to see you for you to flame off there because there was something about this whole game is a lady that is just her hair is fire the whole time. I was like, man, this just seems like a bit much.
Well, it moves like fire, like an awful lot.
Right.
So I'm turning into one of my hollow forms, and that gives me like an additional weapon. So you've seen the whip, right?
Oh, I've seen the whip.
Have you seen these things? They're like chains.
They're like chains.
They're like chains. So that's one of the powers that I get when I see the hollow thing up here.
Yeah.
And what that grants me is the additional weapon, and it also gives me like a little traversal power, which is like I hold down A and I can jump super high.
Okay.
Pretty cool. But let's go fight some skeletons. Pretty by the numbers attacks here. You can lock on, of course. You gotta dodge, which is not super generous. You can get yourself in some spots here.
A lot of kind of hit stun type situations where you just kind of get rocked.
Totally, yeah. If you get surrounded by these skeletons, they can rock your world. Even just normal enemies can give you the business.
Huh.
So I'm trying to lump them up. And then if I hold down X, it'll do like a sweeping attack, which is very good for these little guys.
Okay, it's like kind of crowd control sort
exactly,
of thing.
Yeah. So that helps out an awful lot.
Yep. Oh, you really took kind of a lot of damage there.
Yeah, kind of a lot. And I've been pumping everything into my health here so far, just because I need to so much. So it's kind of a bummer that that you do, because I would like to put some more into like strength and arcane. Arcane is when you do one of those evade counters.
Like kind of what your damage off a counter is going to be.
Yep,
like
exactly.
Sort of
So it'll like slow down. Let me try and heal. God damn it!
Oh, you healed.
Yep, barely.
Is this, I mean, does this feel like a Darksiders game to you?
That's a good question. Like in look, totally.
Yeah.
There's one of those counters.
Some of the style stuff and, some of the stuff you were saying on the podcast this week about it in terms of just characters that are appearing and some elements of it certainly sounded like Darksiders to me, but this is actually the first time I've seen this game in motion.
So,
and I'm just looking at it going like, this just looks like
kind of by the numbers, like
kind
a
of
character
generic
action
character.
game.
Yeah, like hey.
Yeah, that's actually how it's ended up feeling. There's some definite Souls inspiration going on here. You'll see in the lower right-hand corner, those are are the souls that I've acquired so far. If I die, I will drop those.
Yeah.
There is like a bonfire equivalent as well. But that's, I don't know. Besides that and like the interconnected world, and a little bit of the combat, especially having to be on your toes all the time.
Right, yeah.
That's kind of where it ends. I've also got this big attack. Urgh.
Okay.
I'm on fire now.
That seems
like it's
bad.
No, man, it's great.
I would not want to be on fire.
Oops.
Unless, I would really like to wear one of those like fireproof suits and be set on fire. I think that
just for a short amount of time. Yes.
Yeah. For as long as it's safe.
What do I do here? Oh yeah, I gotta jump up there and hit it. Go. So as far as the combat is concerned, I can kind of show you what everything. There we go. Here's our move list here. Just straight up.
Yep.
Mash that stuff out. In the previous Darksider games, both 1 and 2, which I like an awful lot.
Yeah.
There was a set character progression. There were skills that you could buy.
Right.
You could do that forward dash or do grand sweeping attacks. All that stuff is kind of built in already, but you don't unlock it. You can do some light juggle stuff if you hit it, delay it, You can see where that's like a launcher or something like that. But that is as deep as it goes right there.
Huh.
Other than that,
and have you found enemies where like those types of tactics work better than others, or is it just
not?
Okay, yeah, it's just kind of like, why do that when you can just mash it out?
Yep.
And that sort of stuff is kind of like my least favorite thing about
some character action games.
Yeah, about like that's like bad character action games where they're like they don't give you a good reason to engage with the combat. Like, oh, here's a combo that launches them, but like, you know, no enemy really requires you to do that, and it kind of does less damage, and it kind of, you know, it's like, okay, well, why?
As long as it, so if it feels good to me, if that combat is fun to me, then I'm cool with it.
Then that'll definitely go a long way to kind of overcoming some of that stuff. But
oh yeah, the Nephilim's respite that actually refills. So that's like an Estus flask in Dark Souls talk.
Okay.
Kill the Skelly.
A healing item.
A healing item. Yes. There's other consumables that you can like this Wrath will refill my second bar down there.
Yeah.
I should have a Havoc. Oh no, I guess I don't.
These are kind of like temporary, or just like refill a meter. Or,
yeah, it's just temporary, and that's like most of the stuff that you're actually finding out in the world here. You know, it's usually large lurker clumps or some shit like that. Whoa. Yeah. I need to get out of here.
So that's like you're not finding like currency or things for crafting or anything like that. It's just kind of like here's some.
No, you are finding stuff like that, like these angelic kind of pieces or demonic pieces, which you can use for. There we go. See, I've got something slotted into that Barbs of Scorn.
Okay. Yeah.
That's an enhancement right here. So it's a gem slot.
It's an unfocused fortifier.
You know. Yeah. And it gives you passive abilities, and it seems like every one that I've picked up so far, and I've found probably about 6 or 7, and they've all just given me passive stuff.
Not like, hey, now
you can do this cool move.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing like that. Which is kind of a bummer. Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, like I don't know that I would expect gems to confer abilities.
True.
But in a game that doesn't really have any other ways.
That seems to be my customization.
Like you get those hollows, and those will grant you that additional weapon, but that's kind of it, right?
Yep.
And are there like a lot of those hollows, or is it just kind of like?
The hollows is only 4.
Okay.
And I haven't found them all yet. I found the first 3 or something like that in my playthrough. I should note that I had a playthrough of about 12 hours or so, and it bugged out, save glitched, and I could not load that save anymore. Oh, there's a lot of skeletons.
So you ended up starting over then?
Yep, had to start over.
Yeah.
Let me heal. Okay, they're still coming, aren't they? Yep.
So what's the structure of this game? Is it kind of like a big open world with dungeons? Like that's kind of how the first game really kind of, had that kind of Zelda dungeon feel to it.
Totally.
And second game didn't really traffic in that stuff the same way.
I would say if it's doing anything, it's going back to like that first game where it is a little more open. So they've got like a hub, type area. Where what you're doing in this game is you're trying to find the 7 deadly sins that have like manifested to physical forms. You've got to hunt them down and take them out. So each of their worlds are most of them are accessible right away from the get-go. So you can kind of do them in any order. So it is open in that respect.
Will it be a situation where like you get into one and you're like, oh, clearly this is meant to be done later because it's too hard for my current level or something like that? Or
no,
is
everything's been
kind of scaled to...
Yeah, it seems to scale. So that's what makes, the character progression also kind of a bummer. Because it's just like, these numbers are going up. That's great, but it doesn't seem to really reflect in how how I'm playing here. So this is one of the puzzles here. Oh, these nasty spider webs. The hell am I gonna do?
Burn them.
There you go. All right.
Your hairs may fire. Like, this isn't a problem.
I could probably. I forget what I do here. Oh yeah, I remember. Okay. So I've got to
shoot an arrow through the fire into the.
I don't have any ranged weapons yet. You get one later on.
Perhaps that's not an obstacle,
but an asset.
If there were a way to use
that's kind of cool that they give you
hey, you're clearly staring at this puzzle, so we're gonna let you know
So these are.
This is in fact a puzzle.
Yep. These are timed things. I've got to make sure that I hit the other one almost at the same time. So what I've got to do: set that guy on fire. Run, 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 run. Lava, no problem. There we go.
Okay.
Yep. And then those spider webs come back.
Yep.
Bum, 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 bum.
All right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
These chambers seem out of place.
I'm also tasked with, one of the watchers.
Neither of
Oh, hi.
heaven nor hell, to be sure.
You gonna attack, buddy?
Yeah, so you kind of have like a helper, a navvy, or
Yeah, and the first game. Oh, jeez.
To the minds of men.
Get out of here. He was like, War was like forced to take on this Watcher, and all that happened this time is the Watcher, just kissed her ass a little bit, and she's like, "Oh, I like the sound of your voice." Like, okay, but then she's just been super nasty to her since then. Ouch.
Yeah, I don't, this just seems like very straightforward.
Yeah, it is.
Like not necessarily bad, but it just seems like exceedingly average. I don't know. Like is that what you put like
as far as feel is concerned? Yeah.
Like how are you 15 hours in or so? I know you had to start over. But
it has been underwhelming. Yeah, probably about 25 hours or so. It's been by the numbers kind of straightforward, and not that it's bad. I've been having a pretty good time with it for the most part. It's just that it's just been underwhelming. Like expectations have not been exceeded in any way. Like it's doing all those things that I'm kind of expecting out of a Darksiders, I guess. But
see, that to me sounds exciting. And like when you're like, oh man, we're making a new Darksiders. Like I'm like, cool, let's do it. But this doesn't look like anything I want to.
Gotcha.
I liked both the 1 and 2. They're very different games. I know some people really don't like 2 because it's not like 1. But whatever. I thought both games were really cool in their own way. And this just doesn't seem anything.
There's not a lot going on.
Yeah.
If I was getting, the through path, as far as like new skills or something.
Yeah,
that I could
something
work
that
up
was
to.
like, hey, like something to work for.
I will show you, or we'll try and get to a boss here as well, because those have been kind of some of the high points, I guess.
And are you literally fighting those sins?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Level design has been a lot of not reused stuff, but we've seen catacombs like this before. We've seen the outdoor woodland areas. It takes place on Earth again, like the first game. Oh boy. But I haven't seen anything too crazy. There is an underwater level later on, which is kind of cool looking, but.
So a water temple, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
I'm just gonna go. I forgot what to do here though. Let's see.
Doesn't seem like you can just go.
Yeah, you're kind of right. If there's anything else to do, like to fight these guys, that'd be kind of cool. But I can use that other weapon, but it's not as good as the whip.
And the other hollows each have their own weapon. Or have any of those been better?
Kinda
or
cool. Yeah. And hopefully, once we fight that boss, we'll get a new one here. Where's this? Oh, there he is. Okay. Oh, they're up there.
Yeah.
Shits. Of course. No. Okay, we're just getting out of here. We're gonna move on. We're gonna keep moving on.
I like that lava is not a problem.
Yep.
Is that because you're in your hollow form, or is she
got it.
She just okay.
Yep. She even comments, it's like, it's just like wading through a pool now. It's cool.
Okay. So each of the hollows will give you some traversal stuff then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's, you know, stands. What you do is
Farewell
go back. You know, you kind of backtrack and.
for now.
So what can you do here with this dude? Like you
This is about
feed him
it.
your stuff.
Yeah.
But
So I can break
Okay.
these guys. You know, very Souls-like. Get more souls, and then talk to him, and
What would you ask?
feed him those souls.
It'll be fun for
Level up. Yeah. Sure, take them all, man.
as you wish.
and then what does he?
What does he
selling
sell?
you?
Take your time.
Consumables.
Oh,
Also
That's-
these for crafting, and some more of those
some of the
gems, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you
But you turned your souls into XP instead of items.
Yep.
So have you found any of the items worth purchasing from him, or is it you just finding the gems?
I've been finding them, yeah, because I've actually been,
sure
you know,
they scream.
exploring and
Yeah.
whatnot. Bing bong.
So wait, so you get the impression then that the gems are kind of set and in specific places? They're not like
Yes.
random drops from enemies or anything like that?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh.
What do I do here? I gotta put another sword here. I think. Yeah, it sounds about right.
Looks like what you would do.
There it is. It actually gives you the sword too, which is kind of
The other. Like swords.
Why do I have a feeling that you see everything as a weapon, mistress?
Because you're smarter than you look. The statues.
come on in.
Well, now you
Oh, now I gotta hit them all. All right.
So, 3 swords total.
So it seems.
It's always 3, isn't it?
Pardon?
3 keys, 3 stones, 3 swords. Rather predictable, don't you think?
Lost your mind.
No. I just hate it when the creator takes shortcuts.
Just a message from the writer of the game to the producer of the game.
Yep. I'll try and burn through this. Show off the next area. So yeah, we gotta grab 3 swords. There's already 1 slotted in there. This room is kind of divided into like 2 areas.
Each one with a sword at the end of it.
You got it. One is puzzle-centric, one is combat-centric. This is the puzzle one. Look at that. And it's kind of the same puzzle as before, where you've got to burn that stuff.
Yeah.
If you don't want to know the solution, just skip ahead a couple minutes. So just take a minute here. You're gonna burn that. Oh boy. That's gonna let that little globby thing down there.
Okay.
I'll show you what happens with that. There's a little bug in the background there that's kind of running around. There he is. What's up, buddy? Oh, collateral damage stuff. Oh boy. Okay.
All right. Well,
Yeah. So it's kind of another time thing. Is it stand on here and this turns around and it turns into like a switch. But so if I feed this stuff to
he gets big enough to stand on the button.
nope,
Oh.
he becomes a bomb essentially.
No.
Now I can either throw it at the the stuff here and have it explode, or we can do like a chain reaction type thing here, which is what I want to do. So it's currently setting off the fire. Now it's going to set off the bug. And you see this takes
Oh.
forever.
Yeah.
There we go. Da-da-da-da-da.
Not gonna lie, kind of an underwhelming puzzle.
Yeah.
Have they been any
shit.
more complicated than that?
Nope. No. They've been very similar to that.
Okay.
I think they do a pretty good job of spacing out, the combat sequences, and then having the the quiet moments, with the puzzles and such. So we did not get the sword from there because I did not heal.
But you didn't have any souls on you, so
Yeah,
is that kind of a
no.
pretty... Normally, would there be kind of a corpse run element of go get your souls back?
Kind of, yeah.
At least that's still open.
Yep. See you guys. And there's my souls.
Everyone followed you.
Jesus. Of course.
I like it when enemies don't give up.
Yeah. Hey. Oh fuck. All right. There's a wind up to that healing animation.
Yeah.
And it's lethal. You try and pop it like in the middle of combat.
Right, yeah.
Without stepping away first, you're gonna get boned by the skeleton.
I do not want to get boned by a skeleton.
No, believe me.
Oh.
This ends now.
No, you don't.
Okay.
Fuck, dude. Damn it.
See, if you weren't level 1 strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. That was fast. And run. There's lots of these little hidden loading areas, where you're either like walking through a tunnel or something, or where they're kind of masking a load.
That sword any good for actual combat?
Not that I have found.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it would be
Yeah.
compared to what you're packing normally.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3. No, it's the same. So if I do that and delay it, no. Same animation. Okay. Just curious. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, those guys. Let's see if I can just run through. I know they're gonna follow me.
Yeah, no, it's...
But I've got a door that I can. Oh, they're coming. Oh, they're coming. Suckers! Oh, I gotta show you Havoc form. Oh, exciting.
We get another form here, or another...
So,
Is this
like,
another hollow? Is it? That's a
No.
different thing?
Havoc form is, let me get into it like a corner here. There's gonna be lots of skeletons. Havoc form's like that big burly form. All the games have had it, where you turn into this big
right.
giant
Yeah,
monster
yeah.
and do some business. This might be a good time to pop it. But this has been really fun.
Oh, yeah.
That is pretty spectacular.
Hey, you're really just fucking these guys up.
Yup. That feels pretty good. But it's over. Oh, that guy's not dead yet. Another one? As far as I mentioned some of the like juggle moves and stuff like that.
Right.
Kind of being built in. It looks like if you dodge toward them, you'll get a different like attack string.
Right.
But
Yeah.
that's just
Yeah, it's kind of just.
there.
I mean, I guess you could try to do the math on it and see, like, okay, are these numbers higher than these numbers? So
Yeah.
is it worth it for you to do this string instead of this string? Mm-hmm. And no, like, Devil May Cry style, like, ranking for, like, hey, you're playing, like, stylishly.
Never even
Okay.
break a sweat against skeletons.
Didn't think so, but figured I would just check, because sometimes that's a way that they
Yep.
justify, kind of like, oh, here's a combat system that is maybe deep in some ways that might be meaningless otherwise.
All
right.
This way.
Got all these swords.
Yep. No. What do you think's gonna happen?
I don't know. Is it something in the middle gonna lower or something maybe? Yeah.
Yep.
Figured it'd be something with that. Oh, okay. Yeah. A little arm bridge. And
Yeah, sure.
Of course, you gotta jump up there. God.
Duh, 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 duh.
I think that's our way out.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Really? When the massive
Oh,
statue
great,
moves at
yeah.
a massive arm,
Sure.
so as to create a massive bridge to
She's
the
very mean to the Watcher.
You think it's our way out?
I was just excited. You don't have to be mean about it.
Actually, I do.
Really? Do you? Do you have to be that mean? No.
I mean, her name is Fury.
That doesn't mean
Literally, yes.
she's not meanie or
Well,
she's just mad. You can be mad. Not, personally wound someone.
fair enough.
Mistress,
All the cutscenes are
Do you hear it?
in engine, but they're capped at like 25.
Yeah. What's up with this? What the hell?
There's been some technical issues with this game for sure.
This is the PC version here.
This is the PC version that we're playing. This is post-release technically. So they've had some chances to fix up some bugs and stuff, but
so it has not been patched since you lost your save, or has it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I can lead you to
It does not seem like it.
humans. Won't that be
But yeah,
nice?
I've definitely had some frame rate issues. There's been sequences in which you're chasing an enemy, and all of a sudden the entire game, that's not a human.
Should probably
just
cut
like-
that thing up.
Yeah. Just like starts chugging for some reason.
yeah.
You've got to exit the game, go back in, or load a different area to have it fix itself.
It's
Not
frustrating.
only that, just random crashes. I'm walking through a hallway and it's trying to load an area and it just fucking dies. So
Yeah,
just the hard.
That's no good.
Nope. And I don't know if it's like that on the console version or anything like that. But
Right.
on the PC, it's been an issue. And I've actually tried. I've got 2 different PCs at home and replicated some of those bugs in the same area. Where are we going here?
That's a bummer. When they said, "Hey, we're making a Darksiders 3," I was pretty excited.
Yeah.
It was not a series that I expected to get a third game,
Yep.
and so I was like, "Cool, man. Let's see what you got." And this, I'm trying to determine, and I guess the answer is I don't have the answer. I'm trying to determine if the vision in my head I have of Darksiders 1 and 2 is better than those games actually were, and this is right in line with them, or if this is legit disappointing.
Right.
Because I'm looking at this and going this is just not sticking out to me in any way.
I'm not sure how I get up there.
It just looks kind of boring, dude.
Yeah, I've been extremely underwhelmed. Both in storyline and in action. It has not been doing enough for me.
Because in my head, I really liked both those games.
Yeah.
But it's
same
been a
here.
while. But it's
No,
been
I've
a while.
actually-
It has been a while.
I've been in eager anticipation for this game as well, so I've booted those games up recently and played them both about halfway through, and still they hold up. I dig them.
So would that probably be your recommendation here? Would be like, hey, actually, just go maybe play. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe go play 1 and 2,
yeah.
like those remastered, those what are they? Death Mastered? What?
Death Mastered Edition.
No, what they had a
Definitive.
Deathfinitive. That's what it was.
No F. Definitive.
Death. I thought it was death. Oh, Definitive. That's even worse.
Let me exit out here. I'm going to show you the hub worlds real quick.
Okay.
It's going to take too long to get to that boss, but rest assured, they're designed pretty well. I like them enough.
A lot of personality to them, or
yeah. In the the brief 2-3 minutes cutscene that you get beforehand.
Oh, okay. And that was your dead save there on that screen.
Yeah, up at the top there.
Yeah.
No, because I'm not near a damn serpent thing. Well, I'll show you my current save. How about that?
All right.
That shouldn't be any spoilery stuff. But that'll show us some of the other weapons as well. There we go. This is Haven. This is one of the first big areas that you get to.
Yeah.
And that's the destroyed Earth.
Yeah. Okay. This looks a little bit more
like Darksiders.
Yeah.
Totally.
Greetings.
I hate you.
Do make sure they scream, horseman.
This
So-
is a surprise. You're back.
Damn right. So I've been out here saving humans for Ulthane for the hell of it. He does give me an item.
Well, met.
What do you think it does? He gives me a 10% bonus to something. It's like,
great.
yeah,
Oh,
thanks.
Yeah.
Here's Ulthane. Remember that badass maker
Yeah.
from the first game
Right.
that had the really good back and forth? I thought him and Ward were gonna make out at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in this game, but I don't know. He's just taking care of humans and he's chipping away at this rock throughout the entire game, and this thing has not changed at all.
Oh, yeah. That was my
He's not
question.
really-
Is like, is he making progress as you make story progress to a point where this is something cool at the end of the game?
Maybe at the end of the game, I don't know. But oh yeah, some of my other hollows. So yeah, that's the one that you saw, the Flame Hollow. We've got this one, the Storm Hollow, and I've got a Force Hollow as well.
So this gives you kind of a different, like, Havoc form and then an additional weapon.
Yep. So here's the weapon. It's got like a lance, which is kind of cool. Different string. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then I can do this like storm glide.
Oh, sure. Literally storm.
Yep. Yeah.
That's
it really looks
call
like
the
storm.
cops.
Yep. And then I've got, oops. Of course. There we go. And that gives me a big hammer.
Has this stuff been, like, is this like elemental in nature? Like certain enemies are gonna take more damage
hasn't
from
affected
others, or-
enemies. It's affected the gates that you find throughout the world.
okay.
Like there's going to be a purple wall, that you got to smash down.
And you can't like
can
change
only-
mid combo or anything cool like that, can you?
No, you can switch back and forth between the whip and
Right. Yeah.
and that. But other than that, I found one of those things that was in
right.
the first game as well.
Yeah.
Oh, in the second game as well, I think. And that's good for
I like
hitting
its
stuff far
helicopter
away.
noise.
Yeah, I like the walt noise. Check this out. When I hold it down,
Yeah, that's pretty good too.
that's a good noise. Anyway, that is Darksiders 3. I think I hit most of it. Yeah, we got weapons that we kind of upgrade.
Yeah, some more of
throughout.
these gems slotted in here.
Yeah,
10%
got a bunch
health,
of those.
Health regen. Okay.
The only like super effective or cool one that I found
Evade
was
invisibility window.
That
Yeah,
one
that
right
sounds
there.
good.
Yeah, that one I'd slotted in right away. Yeah, the movesets are all pretty by the numbers.
Yeah.
Everything else has been kind of like, okay, we got a little bit of story, even though it's kind of a retelling of the first story. Kind of forgettable characters. Kind of combat. It looks okay, and I've been having a decent amount of fun with it, but otherwise I've been super underwhelmed.
Like maybe not doing it for you the way the other two games did.
Yeah, not at all.
Okay.
But anyway, thanks for checking it out with me, Jeff.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. Thanks.